As you know, tonight's show has to do largely with Groucho Marx and his brothers. And my first guest is a famous actress you all know. She's made over 30 movies, and she's won 2 Oscars. And I just learned something about Shelley Winters. She was once named Miss Ozone Park, which I think is exciting. You probably know that she's making a movie based on I mean, she's in a musical. I always say making a movie when I mean in a musical, about the brothers, and it's called Minnie's Boys on Broadway. Will you welcome, please, the remarkable Shelley Winters. Any lady who's been Miss Ozone Park is good enough for us. Where did we dig that up? And how?
I don't know. But you know, Dick, this is the first time in a long time I felt like a virgin.
Oh.
And this is the first time I'm on your show.
I see the connection. Gee, that's one of the most flattering things anyone's ever said to me.
Yeah, but you know...
You really open big, don't you? Okay.
I really want to tell you that one of the greatest television shows I ever saw, maybe because I'm an actress, was the one you did with Alfred Lunfontaine and Noah Coward. I rush home from the theater and eat, which I shouldn't do.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, well, that's sweet of you. Anyway, and you know, and I spin the dials there, and and I must say.
You spin the dials. You don't tune to me intentionally.
No, you know, I case who's having what, you know, who's having who. No, wait a minute. Let me think a minute. And
now we're back to the virginity thing.
Yes. And you know, well, after you see the news, you know, you don't know whether you want to think, or you want to take a sleeping pill, or you know, But anyway, I watch the show often, and you're sort of the intellectual of the late show.
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not. No.
Well, is that dangerous or insulting to say in America?
Certainly is to me.
Really? But you are. You really?
Well, intellectuals are long-haired, weird guys who pore over books all the time and do jokes about Plautus and Terence and Herodotus and things like that. I don't do that.
You're very witty and very
It's funny. Laughing and scratching all the way with me. Yep. That Lunfontaine show and the Coward show, we've had about 150 letters a week since it saying, please repeat it because I missed it, or please repeat it because I saw it. So
well, you know, there was something so poignant. You know, you were discussing nudity. And I've studied acting a lot, and I'm on the board of directors of the Actors Studio. And when you asked Lunfontaine about nudity, and she said, well, isn't a good actor always sort of naked?
Yeah, that was good.
Is the greatest expression of good acting I've ever, because it is sort of a kind of a emotional.
You made a strong statement about nudity in the theater one time. I remember. I saw it quoted in the
I've made
paper.
so many strong statements. I don't. I don't what did I say?
I can't remember exactly how it went now. You said you thought it was shameful, disgusting, and awful, but if you were 20 and had a beautiful figure, you would think it was patriotic, wonderful, and great, or something like that. Wasn't that it?
Well, I'm planning, and
there you go. You don't look into them. Haven't you been on television?
This was something I don't know. Well, I'm not going to think about it.
I think the chair's in the wrong position, actually. So.
Well, you see, I'm trying to get my left side in the camera. And
is that your favorite side?
This is my good side. Yes, and why do all the talk shows you know, you and
the guy,
those other 2 fellows sit there, and women, you know, most women, their good side is the left side.
Why is that?
I don't know, except for Jimmy Stewart, his left side. It's the only man I know. And once we did a picture and we made love on the left side, both of us. It was very difficult. But
was that? Did it have anything to do with the movie?
Well, it was called Winchester 73.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah. Left side of the face.
But
hey, who was your favorite leading man? I mean, you don't have to say your favorite. Let me put it in a more tactful way. Who was a wonderful leading man to work with?
Well, there have been several, but the film that was the most creative was Monty Cliff and A Place in the Sun. He was marvelous
Montgomery
to work with.
Cliff.
Yes, and that was the most exciting.
I always find that he's terrifically admired among actors, and I never knew him or met him or anything. Have you known Groucho before?
Oh, yeah. I must say I've got 5 leading men every night, and I mean 8 times a week now. They're quite marvelous.
Yeah.
It's very, no, I know, oh yes, I know Groucho from California, and I knew Harpo and Chico slightly. And it's very strange in the show because the boys not only look a great deal like the characters they're portraying, but they are in personality like them. And I feel sort of very motherly toward them in a sort of incestuous way because they're very attractive. Oh, no, no, I don't mean that. I'm just kidding. I think I'm kidding.
You better be nicer, Will. Don't talk too long because we have to get in our surprise drop-in from David Susskind. So. Oh, I'm sorry about
that. Those are two words that...
I just made that up.
Well...
You know, I missed that, but I hear that some very funny things went on there.
I didn't think it was funny.
You didn't?
No.
Does everybody know what we're talking about? They were on a show, and he said, "You've really let yourself go," and you said, "Then how come you made a pass at me in the dressing room?" Is that really true? Did that take place?
Did I say
exchange
it,
of
or did
dialogue.
he really make a pass at me in the dressing room?
Just the dialogue. I don't care about the reality. I'm only interested in surface values, dialogue, funny lines, things like that.
Well, I
You don't need to answer that.
I think that I rather was proud of myself that night. I was so angry, and I kept my temper. I mean, I just murdered him quietly, and he deserved it.
That's the way to do it.
I mean, you can't just go around insulting people freely and not expect somebody to bite back.
True.
And I think Mr. Susskind takes on very important subjects and important issues and doesn't know what the heck he's talking about often.
I didn't mean to get off on that subject, especially since he's one of my dearest friends.
He may not be after tonight.
Now you're playing Ma Barker.
Yes, well, it's very strange. I have 9 sons this season. I have a movie coming out about the famous lady of the 30s. And both the show Minnie's Boys and the film Bloody Mama take place during the same period, like from the early 1900s through the 30s. Yeah. The show stops at 1930 when the boys went to Hollywood. I'm getting mixed up with sons of the Marx Brothers went to.
Yeah.
And both women had to deal with the situations of poverty, sort of poor, and how to take care of 4 or 5 sons in conditions of ignorance and poverty. I hope Groucho isn't listening to me backstage.
I'm sure he is.
But Minnie dragged her sons out to the Middle West and got them into show business, and Ma Barker, who's the woman I play in Bloody Mama, she was illiterate, and I guess the situations were much worse, and came from a terrible pocket of poverty in the Ozarks. And did you say I was Miss Ozark? Oh, Miss Ozone Park. Oh, I was. That was a beauty contest where the lifeguard held his hand over the head, and the one who got the most applause won. And I had my Girl Scout troop there.
You call them Girl Scout troop. You started to say Boy Scout troop.
Well, it was the Boy Scouts of the Girl Scout troop.
Oh, I get you. I don't get you at all. But you were Miss Ozone Park. Did you have a big ribbon that says Miss Ozone Park?
Yes, I had lots of big things, and and so I got the cup. And I remember I brought it home, and my father said, "Where did you steal it?"
Really?
Yes, it was one of the traumas of my life.
Miss Ozone Park. That's pretty. Let me just take a break here, and then we'll meet some of the boys.
Yes,
and then we'll meet Groucho if we haven't met him already.
For years, the grape and the cranberry have been getting mixed up by accident.
Grape, cranberry, cranberry, grapeberry. Grape, granny, grape, cranberry, cranberry, grapeberry. Grape, granny, grape, cranberry.
Now Ocean Spray has mixed them up on purpose in new Ocean Spray Grapeberry.